Can you guess what I'm up to today? Maybe you do, right? I'm testing the waters and dipping my toes into the world of junk journaling. If you want to see what my first ever junk journal spread is going to look like, you might want to stick around. What's up, everyone? This is Priya here. Welcome back to my channel if you're returning. And if this is the first time, thank you so much for stopping by. Here I share tips, ideas, and inspiration to make your planner and journal spreads pretty and functional. Let's quickly go over all these amazing goodies that I have pulled out. Some proper junk journaling stuff, some artisan paper, some mixed media stuff, of course, the distress oxides, some actual sticker books, which I may or may not use, some washi tape stickers. I have some ephemera also pulled out, and I have some vinyl stickers from two different shops. So I wanted to truly embrace the concept of junk journaling, and it's been really popular lately. So I wanted to see if that would be something for me. And I have some actual packaging from some of the subscription boxes from Plani Thing. And I have some paper, tissue paper, and I have all my usual tools. And guess what I'm using the junk journal as? Embracing the true value of a junk journal. I'm going to use a used notebook from my kids' school. So as you can see, it has been used, and this is from my elder son's stash, and I'm just going to glue this down, and we will have some double-sided pages to work with because that's how we roll. And let's quickly take off all these items so that I can make space for this big notebook. This is the letter size, and I'll also keep all those elements handy. And I will dive into the distress inks first. So I have lots of creative ideas that I have shared on my channel. And this is the first time I'm getting into a proper junk journal kind of setup, but I have lots of creative ideas. So you might actually want to subscribe to my channel and turn on that bell notification as well so that you can be sure you do not miss out on any creative ideas coming. And I come and add distress oxides for various effects. And I have a full playlist if you want to check out how you can get started. And let me grab a scrap piece of paper for putting underneath the pages so that I don't damage my workspace. And I'm just going to do the outline here. And this is like a purple shade. And as you can see, this is a used notebook. So it becomes very interesting when you have different layers. And let me know in the comments if you have been junk journaling or you do just the journal, just as pen and paper, nothing decorative about it. And I was always curious to find out why it's gaining popularity so quickly. I mean, the junk journaling concept. And I knew I had to try it at some point. And I thought this was the time because I wanted to also see if some of the amazing three-dimensional elements that are coming out from various shops is something I should be looking at, because those are decisions which have to be taken. Not everybody uses them, so it is not for everybody. That's what I understand and what I think. And let's bring in some contrasting green now. And this is more like a neon-y kind of color. And don't worry if you can't memorize the names of the inks. I'll have all that in the description for you. And I'm sorry, my handle, which I have up on the screen, the table fan was on, so it was just flying off. So that's why I'm having to readjust my name, or the handle rather. And I didn't realize I was not totally in frame, because this is a new size I'm working with. And I totally understand why this is not so popular among the people commonly, but it is popular amongst all those folks who find a big size appealing. And these are actually tissue papers from a store called Flying Tiger. I'm not sure if you have one of those stores in your neck of the woods. I did visit them when I spotted them at the mall, and it's similar to Deso. This is supposed to be from Copenhagen, but I found most of the products made in China, so I'm not sure if it is just another store. I was expecting proper products from Copenhagen, but that was not the case. Let me know if you've been to Flying Tiger. And this is actually one of the packages from one of the earlier subscription boxes from Planything. And I'm going to bring in a few different shops here, because I'm trying to give a representation for a few shops that I love to purchase from. And this is a small nod to all the small businesses. I must say, all women run businesses, small businesses that I love to support and I love to buy products from. So Planything ships from Netherlands, and Amber is a lady behind Planything. And I will also be bringing elements from Live Love Posh, which is run by Jessica, and she ships it out to the state of Texas, just like Archer Olive, which is run by Bonnie. So lots of amazing women entrepreneurs here. And I'm also trying to bring those hearts, which again I cut the shape out from the packaging. And I'm just going to use my Tombow Dots adhesive to stick it down. And I'm looking for different layers here, if you can see. And if you like to buy products from any of these shops that I'm representing here, my code Priya10 can earn you 10% off at Archer Olive, Live Love Posh, Planything, the Washi Tape Shop, and a few other shops. And as you can see, this was again one of the packaging covers from Planything, and this shows all the Dutch icons. So I thought I would just cut these separate. And at this point, I have to admit that at this point, I totally understand why it can get so addictive, and so many people were drawn to the whole concept of junk journaling, because you get into a Zen mode, because you're just letting your mind go, and you are just cutting the elements, or even if you're not cutting, you just peel and stick, and there's no rhyme or reason why things are the way they are. So it can be quite therapeutic for all the folks who are looking for some me time, some downtime. Just let the process evolve. And this is my first time ever, as I mentioned at the very beginning, that I wanted to test out the waters, because I have so much stationery that Sometimes it gets sent to me, sometimes I pick it up because they look quite inviting. And I have so much stuff that I think any excuse to use up any bits and pieces of it is always, always welcome. And if you are somebody who is in the same boat, I think you should just give it a go. And will I do it again, or will I stick to this junk journaling? That is to be seen, because I have a lot on my plate, so it's not every day that I get this time to put aside. But if I do, I don't think I would mind. And I would be just using the stash. And I have been working with creative journal ideas mostly. I do Dutch doors and all sorts of sizes and shapes and forms, challenging myself to think outside the box and come up with creative new ways to using the stationery, mostly the washi tape stickers or the PET stickers. And I hardly get to use the ephemera because it just adds bulk. And I know that Arch and Olive lately came out with their album kind of journals, which has lots of room to grow into, perfect for junk journaling and scrapbooking folks. And the moment I saw that product, I knew this had to be tested out, but I'm not sure when I would be grabbing it. I would at some point if I get serious with the junk journaling. And I'm also using the sticker from Planything, which Amber uses to seal the envelopes with. That's just a sticker which says Planything. So that's like the final touch she makes for the subscription boxes. And let's dive into some pattern paper, shall we? So this is like the artisan paper, really beautiful textures. And this was part of one of the sub boxes from Arch and Olive. And this was really beautiful. I did get to use one of the pattern papers, but the others are still there. So this has like a texture of a wool. So I wanted to try this, and just as a different shade which can really pop against all these colors, I thought it made sense. And again, let me know if you are a seasoned junk journaler or even a scrapbooker. So you will have lots of ideas to share when it comes to the whole concept. And can you see those textures? I was really, really loving them. And the other problem with such thickly textured elements is that it can just come off when you try to glue them down. So my next tip would be to just glue down the page and then stick these elements straight there instead of just adding the glue to the actual artisan paper. Just try and glue the page. See? So this is what I'm doing. And I think this was far better than the first one because the patterns or the lint, I'm not sure if I should call that, but the lint was coming off onto the glue tape. So let's get to this rainbow icons from Live Love Posh. And this was the junk journaling set of elements in rainbow colors that came out from Live Love Posh lately. And I'm bringing in all the colors and I'm trying to pick elements to get some balance there. Can you see what I'm trying to do? And this is the chunky sticker book. I'm not sure what is available from the store, but definitely check it out if you are into junk journaling and if you have not picked it up. I know some of these items got sold out after the release, but the restocks, a small restock did happen, and the inventory level, I'm not sure what it is, but they are looking at more restocks because clearly this is popular. So I'm trying to layer some of the elements and not exactly symmetrical, but trying to bring in some of those colors so that you can just see how the whole thing would look. And I'm not sure black was a good idea, but yeah. Again, this was just me trying to see how this whole thing works. And I also wanted to kind of let the whole thing come to me. And I have lots of inspiration when it comes to the touch doors and the sticker books when they actually can be used in a creative journal. And I did a proper rainbow spread using the same sticker book. And I have linked the video for you. Please check it out and let me know how I did with those, because I have some really cool setups that I've done so far. And thank you to everybody who continuously show up, support me, and shower all the love, because that's exactly what the current algorithm needs. And now let's bring in some folks, and I will also bring in that curtain there. And that girl can just hang out there. Don't overthink it, because some of these elements might look quite odd, especially that huge girl sitting right next to that tiny cow. But that's fine. It's just a perspective that you look at. And this is a very thin notebook, as I mentioned. And just be a bit careful if you're working with something like these, because when you pull up the stickers, can you spot that there are white patches that form? Because the ink is also getting pulled out. So just be a bit mindful of nice quality journal that you can work with. And as a beginning, and as some very beginner friendly folks would do, I thought this is just testing the waters, and I did not want to overcomplicate it, so I just peel and stick and peel and stick. That's all I'm doing. And this is just a creative process, and I know a lot of people treat the junk journaling functionally, as in they write important information. Say they went to a restaurant with some friends, so they'll have the bill, they'll have the pictures of some of the food they ordered, and it is a whole different approach when some people do it, because they wanted to keep that more as a memory keeping kind of route. And let's also throw in some of the other PET washi tape stickers rather. And these washi tape stickers are all from the washi tape shop. And don't worry if you can't, again, memorize all the names. I'll have all that in the description. And there are some amazing releases coming, because it's that time of the year when you have planners for the upcoming year also dropping. So it gets busy from now. And we are only in the early part of July when I'm filming this. But you will be seeing lots of fun spreads that I'm going to be coming up with. And if you like to see behind the scenes and what I can offer, please make sure that you check out the membership options. And it's like an inside circle. They are the first set of folks I reach out to whenever I'm in a doubt, as in picking the themes, picking the spreads, picking maybe a new journal, a planner. And it is unbelievable how a few extra folks can make a difference in the decision making process. And I love when people support me that way. And let's get to this collage type sticker book. And as you can see, this is the junk journaling at its finest, because you have all these alphabets and you have a good mix of fonts, colors, styles, and a proper junk journal vibe here. So I'm trying to spell junk journal, but the journal may not actually fit on the right page. Plus, I do not want the J's to be wasted, because let's title something else. And there are these headers also already done for you if that's what you prefer. And let's see. And I'm going to add some symbols to the right side because, yeah, why not? Because we have some symbols which I may not need all of which. So that is going to be our title. And let's see, let's use the back side of the packaging now, because that's just beautiful orange stripes, orange and black, sorry, orange and white. And please come follow me on Instagram. I do share more spreads and more sneaks and behind the scenes. You get to see a bit of the sneak peeks, and maybe even if the spreads don't quite get YouTube videos, you do get to see a sneak there. And just be careful when you glue down that page, because you just saw how I had to rip off the packaging from the bottom because it got stuck to the glue that was on the page. And now I'm just trying to cut off the packaging going off the page. And let me know how you like this. What are your thoughts? Will I be doing more of the junk journaling? Will I fall down this rabbit hole as well? Because it's tough, because I went into this community, or I came into the community, started with Instagram, and then I moved on to YouTube. And so now I have the Instagram and the YouTube, plus I have presence on Facebook for my platform or my content. And I have all the different Facebook groups that is always amazing, inspiring. You get lots of ideas, and all of that is happening. And I started with planners, and then I moved to journals. So I wanted to decorate or get creative other than just decorating my to-do list, right? So that's why I got into journaling, and it has been a game changer, both in a therapeutic way and as a creative outlet. Sorry if I'm going off frame for a bit here and there. I did not realize that was the case. And should I just stop there? Maybe add a few more elements at the bottom and call it a day, right? And let me know if you would expect me to fall down this rabbit hole. I don't mind, actually. And I can totally see why people would resort to junk journaling. And I never thought I would say this, but I always keep saying never say never, because you never know, right? And if it's good for your creative purposes, for your mental well-being, why not? It's no harm done, and you can definitely get creative, use some of your supplies, and if you can maintain that sanity we all need to survive in this world, why not? And that was some really heart-to-heart conversation, right? And let me know if you have picked up any of these goodies that you see. I'm also trying to balance some of the colors we have, and I will also come and finish off the spread, adding some words at, not at, I would say I would add a couple of boxes and maybe write in those hearts. And let me know if you have any favorite stores that you pick up junk journaling supplies from, or do you just keep it at whatever junk you accumulate? And let's see, let's also bring in some of these boxes, and these were the functional boxes. Again, you can just add layers, it is totally up to what you like. And as you can see, I like to kind of bring in clusters as always. And if you like to see how you can master the Dutch doors, I must say, I have a video where I shared 15 pro tips on how you can get started. And yeah, can you see how I'm adding my thoughts to this spread? And I still have these hearts to fill. Why not? And I have linked all the tools I'm using, including my favorite pens, my favorite journal supplies, all of that. I have my Amazon storefront linked, very neatly organized for your ease of shopping. And let me know what you think. And if you like today's video, please take a moment to give it a thumbs up and share it with anybody who is just hesitant to get started with junk journaling. And thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next one. Bye.